Everybody like, hey, are you ready to go? Ready to go? Everybody like, hey.
Well, alright. What is good, y'all? Soul here, and welcome back to my story mode. So today, if it wasn't obvious, we're gonna be talking a little bit about the fallen soldiers that never really got to make it to Smash. Some kinda did make it to Smash, some straight up didn't make it at all whatsoever, completely got shafted in a way, completely got ignored. We've got a lot to talk about. There's a lot of characters here that are on this list, and I really only picked out characters that I felt were like almost a shoo-in, you know, like characters that we figured like there's no way in hell that this character isn't gonna make it in this time or next time, you know, characters that have been looked at for ages and thought like, oh yeah, if, you know, eventually down the line Sakurai is gonna realize that this is one of the big boys that kind of deserves to have their own character, their own spot on the roster, you know, people that, or just characters in general that people just saw hope for, saw a lot of potential and hope for, and they just didn't really get to make it. Now, of course, I'm only making this video because Smash Ultimate only wrapped up recently with the final release of Sora, you know, the final character, you know, the best character in the game. But jokes aside, my personal favorite character, I'm enjoying him very much. I'm very happy. Smash is now the perfect fighting game for me because that's my boy, that's my main. I legit do not need anything else. I already didn't even need Sora really, because I already had Joker, I already had Cloud and Sephiroth. There's a lot of characters that represented games and stuff that I liked and everything like that. But getting Sora was that perfect final kiss on the forehead from Sakurai. So thank you so much, Sakurai. We're gonna be making a proper video talking about all of that. But as of right now, I kind of want to just hop into talking about some of these other characters that didn't exactly make it in. You know, I just wanted to just take a look back at this list of characters that kind of made it in, didn't make it in straight up, and just kind of reminisce a little bit about, you know, where we were when it came to some of these characters. Alright, so again, just making it clear that this isn't me complaining. I'm very happy with how the game turned out, and Sakurai and his team deserve nothing but the utmost respect, love, and care for how much they put into this game. They deserve the world, and they've done an amazing job. I hope they get the finest, fattest break with the fattest checks from Nintendo. I hope they are kicking back right now, hardcore, with their families. I hope they have the nicest Christmas of all time. I swear to God, bro. So, with that, why don't we go ahead and acknowledge some of these characters that, you know, unfortunately really never got the chance to shine in Smash like we really thought that they would. Now, as weird as it is, I'm gonna start with Shadow. Alright, Shadow the Hedgehog to be specific. This boy right here, could have sworn this man was damn near a shoo-in. Alright, they introduced the concept of Echo Fighters in this game. Like, we've had quote-unquote Echo Fighters since the previous game, but they were more so put into their own slots, you know, with Lucina being a thing, with Roy being a thing, with who else? Dark Pit being a thing, whatever, you know. We just kind of figured, okay, cool, whatever. They are essentially just like mimics of characters that we know already, and they have a very similar moveset, but they utilize it different, you know. Daisy, Chrom, and Dark Samus got introduced in this game, and we were like, oh, we're getting new Echo Fighters along with, you know, our old ones that we already had, because, you know, everyone's here, and now they're introducing a couple of more Echo Fighters to just kind of add on to things. So, alright, cool, dope. Then we got Ken and things like that. It was awesome. It's a great time. So we were like, okay, what other Echo Fighters would we get, possibly, you know? We were thinking maybe Nintendo for NES or something like that, you know? But one of the biggest, best, most perfect Echo Fighters that we may have been able to receive, we figured would have been Shadow the Hedgehog. This man was literally, he was supposed to be the perfect being, you know? And he was made somewhat, I mean, okay, he's not designed to look like Sonic. That wasn't the intention. Why he looks the way he looks, why he was made the way he was made to be like the ultimate hedgehog, no idea. Sonic was just born and Shadow was just made. There was no basis to Shadow's design. That's just not they have no real correlation to each other. They just so happen to be very similar in a way, as in where Shadow's, you know, he wants to be the ultimate, and, you know, taking the title of fastest Hedgehog from Sonic would help classify him as, you know, the ultimate life form. And so, you know, either way, Shadow's a very huge character. He's Sonic's ultimate rival. There's nobody that rivals Sonic quite like Shadow does. He uses the Chaos Emeralds. He's just a very unique character, but he's very similar to Sonic in which he's very fast. He uses the homing attack and things like that. He has a very similar arsenal, but he uses it in a more unique way, more, you know, fitting for him. And so we figured, hey, you know, his specials with the Chaos Spear and things like that, he would be a sick Echo fighter. You know, he could still keep his homing attack, and his animations would be mostly the same, maybe a little different, like his running animation and maybe his idle, but for the most part, he would be very fitting because he is very iconic. He's a very iconic rival of Sonic the Hedgehog, you know, much like Ken is to Ryu. Like, they kind of go hand in hand at this point, ever since he was introduced back in Sonic Adventure Battle 2. So we just kind of figured, okay, he works, you know, but apparently not. I don't know if he was a trophy in the previous game, but I know for sure he was a trophy in this game. When he got introduced as that, I was sorely confused. I was like, really? I don't know. I just felt he was just such a perfect shoo-in, you know? I just thought Shadow the Hedgehog would have been perfect for this roster. You know, honestly, he might have been more of a main to me than Sonic, even, possibly. I don't know. I've liked that edgy asshole for a very long time, you know? I played Shadow the Hedgehog. I just saw it, and I guess they didn't. And that's okay. It is what it is, I guess. It's just very odd that, you know, Sonic's #1 rival, you know, Sonic the Hedgehog, one of the biggest franchises of all time, you know, not having more representation, not even, you know, somebody very similar, very easy character to probably, like, you know, be an Echo to kind of replicate him. I figured it might have worked, but I guess not. But whatever's clever, he did get introduced as a trophy, so it's not like he didn't get completely ignored. He did get acknowledgement, and he is in the game, just, you know, not as somebody that we can play as. So it is what it is. Oh well. However, though, if we're really touching on the topic of, you know, Sonic the Hedgehog as a series being represented, who I was really shocked didn't make it in was Eggman. Okay, now you gotta remember, this is Eggman right here is easily one of the most iconic villains in gaming. Like, he's easily up there with Bowser and I guess if you like King K or whatever, but you know, Bowser and Ganondorf, you know. You know, what's the series without Eggman? He's the best. If something's going array, it's usually Eggman's crazy ass designs up to something. You know, Sonic Unleashed, the only reason God got unleashed is because he was messing around too much. He was playing with too much power. You know, that's just Eggman's thing. He plays around too much and he oversteps, and it gets a little out of hand. You know, it's up to Sonic to deal with that. But it's always usually Eggman. Eggman wants to destroy Sonic and have things his way. And so he's up there as one of the most iconic villains. So it's very shocking to me that Eggman, of all people, got no acknowledgement, especially when they did a good job of introducing so many villains. You know, they introduced Ganon's new style in this game, which was, you know, a callback to Ocarina of Time, which was, you know, his prime time. You know, they gave us King K. Rool, you know, the big bad from the DK series, bro, which honestly needs more acknowledgement now more than ever. We need more DK in general, but we'll talk about that another day. You know, we got Dark Samus, even we got Ridley. You know, for a long time, all we had was Samus, and then as a bonus, we got Zero Suit Samus because they finally decided to separate the character, thank goodness. And so we had that, but we finally got two whole Metroid characters, one from the Prime, an enemy from the Prime series, as well as Ridley from the main series. And so, you know, Metroid got acknowledgement and it got its enemies, you know. Again, what's a video game without its villain? So you know, we got all these new villains introduced in this game, and then, you know, we even got Sephiroth in this recent pass, in the most recent Fighters Pass. So, you know, we were thinking about it for a long time. We were like, wow, they really upped it with the villains this time around. They're really doing it. So there is no way they're not going to introduce Eggman in this pass, because Eggman's such a huge villain. Like, if we're talking iconic villains, bro, we got Sephiroth, we got King K, we got Ridley, man, we got Bowser, we got Ganon, we got monsters, bro. And so with the introduction to Eggman, or to Sephiroth, we were thinking, bro, Eggman's a shoo-in. There's no way this man's not gonna make it in, because Sonic the Hedgehog, being noticed as Mario's like ultimate rival, he's a huge franchise, and Sega would give anything to anyone if they asked nicely enough. All they gotta do is be like, hey, can I have Sonic for something really quick? They'd be like, sure, why not? Do what you need. Have fun. Go to town. Unlike Disney, they ain't strict with it like that. They ain't strict like the mouse. And yet, nothing. We kind of figured, I guess maybe it was one of those situations where he would work too similar to like the Koopalings or something along those lines. Maybe he just doesn't fit fighting style wise or something. I'm not really sure. I mean, I kind of figured it could be one of those situations where he was kind of like Pokemon Trainer, where he was in the background and he either controlled like little mechas of some kind, like he had different mechas that he could swap out to use. I even figured maybe he could be a really sick duo combo with like Mecha Sonic or something like that. You had Eggman in the background, and then you had Mecha Sonic out in front, you know, doing his thing. And I just felt like that would be a solid combo, because, you know, Eggman is the one that initially designed Mecha Sonic, and that was like one of his ultimate creations to rival Sonic. That's been a thing forever. So I just kind of figured, you know, somehow they would find a way to include Eggman, and it would be fitting, it would be sick. But to get nothing on him, I was truly shocked. Like, Eggman is a menace. He's a beast, you know. He as dumb as he acts, he is smart as like, if he were to enter Smash Brothers, he would 100% be the smartest man on the roster. You know, we got Kirby and Sora as the strongest fighters by technicality. You know, Sora, what is it? Kirby, Sora, and Sephiroth, like top 3 strongest canonically. Canonically speaking, Eggman would be the smartest. And it would be very interesting to see that utilized if he were to utilize one of his robots or one of his mechs or Mecha Sonic or something. It's like, just to not get anything on Eggman is truly astounding. Truly, honest to God, I was truly just befuddled. Making up words right now, because I really don't know what else to say about Eggman. That's truly crazy to me that we didn't get him, but I guess it is what it is. It can't really be helped. There's really nothing to be done about that. So, oh well. But if there is a next game, maybe next game. I don't know. But talking about series that are underutilized and underrepresented, let's talk about Mega Man for a second. If there's anybody that's even remotely close to handing out characters for anything that anybody needs, it's Capcom. Alright? We got so many Capcom. We got Capcom characters out the ass in Fortnite right now, bro. They don't care. They do not care. I mean, they do care, which is why they're, you know, they don't mind doing that kind of thing, but they don't care, in which they probably wouldn't mind having more Capcom characters. And so, you know, I was really looking at it, I'm like, so Zero. Okay, like, here's the thing. I know that trophies, I know that Zero is a trophy, you know? I understand that. I understand that he is in the game. He's represented as a trophy. But why? Like, of all the Mega Mans and important characters that you guys could have grabbed, why did you grab the main character of an entire series in the Mega Man line? Like, Mega Man has his games, but Mega Man Zero? That has, like, doesn't it have, like, 8 games or something crazy? Mega Man Zero's big. Like, that was one of the games that, you know, I played when I was young. Like, I played that on, what was that, Game Boy Advanced? Like, I played Mega Man Zero before, and he's such a cool character with his sword and everything like that. So just to be utilized as only a trophy, I was astounded. I'm like, this is a big character. I'm really surprised that we just couldn't have Mega Man and then Zero. Like, why not? You know, I couldn't really see us getting anything comfortable for Dr. Wily as a character or anything like that, so I didn't really think much of it. But at the very least, you know, like, it would be weird enough trying to grab a newer or a different Mega Man. Like, Mega Man is fine. That's the iconic Mega Man. We don't really need much else. Fine. But at the very least, another character that would be huge and a perfect representation of the Mega Man series, I figured would have been Zero. He's a trophy, he's acknowledged, and I respect that. That's awesome. But there's so much potential for a character in him that is just kind of a shame, you know? Like, he has such an arsenal to choose from throughout so many different games that it's insane to me that he didn't get more. And Mega Man being just as up there as Mario, Sonic, Zelda, Mega Man's up there. Who doesn't know who Mega Man is, you know? It's crazy. It's crazy. So, it is what it is. I like Zero a lot, and you know, it kind of sucks that he's no more than just a trophy, but I am glad that at the very least there's a little more acknowledgement than just Mega Man, you know? Again, why they were only stuck with just Mega Man for such a big ass series is beyond me. But whatever, man. Whatever. And speaking of Capcom, something that I didn't even write down. No Chris Redfield? No Chris Redfield? The rock puncher, bro? The boulder puncher? He hits hard. Let that man in. Or, you know, not anymore, but I'm surprised. Nothing Resident Evil? Leon? Chris? Nothing? Okay, man. Y'all do you. Y'all be easy. Just saying, Capcom probably would have been more than ecstatic to allow Chris Redfield, and he would be a good, like, third-person shooter character. I don't know exactly what he would represent. Probably, like, just a horror genre. I don't know. I feel like just Chris Redfield is an important character in gaming as well, and I'm really surprised that of all the people that Capcom could have pitched over to be a character or something, or had some kind of representation, maybe even as a spirit or something. Or maybe they did. I don't remember. But Chris Redfield. Alright, man. Alright. If y'all say so, bro. Anyway, moving on. So let's talk about some of these other characters that completely just didn't even get acknowledged. Let's start with Crash Bandicoot. I was shocked. I'm sure a lot of us were, that Crash Bandicoot got nothing. Absolutely nothing. No costume, no spirits, nothing. No Crash Bandicoot. None. I was appalled. Alright. Crash Bandicoot is, as far as the platformer genre goes, right next to Mario, bro. He's up there. Who doesn't know this crazy Bandicoot, this insane beast of a character, like whatever the hell he is, a Bandicoot. Like, it's shocking to me that they didn't. I couldn't imagine. My thing is, like, I couldn't imagine they couldn't get the rights to Crash Bandicoot. Like, I don't think they're withholding the rights to Crash Bandicoot to use in Smash like that. I don't think they would say no if they really asked, which means to me that they had no intention of ever grabbing Crash Bandicoot for Smash. And it's so weird because he had a perfect arsenal for Smash. A perfect arsenal, you know, from a multitude of different platformers to grab from. He's unique as hell. And he fits right on there with the goofy characters, you know. I would have loved to see, you know, one more of those little trailers with DK, King K, Banjo, all of them sleeping in the little shack, whatever. They all cramp up near the window, and then we see, you know, a silhouette of Crash, and somebody else pops up and whatever, and Crash actually spins in and knocks him out, you know? Crash is just, he was a perfect, like, he would have been a perfect addition just on that side of things, that cartoony, you grew up with this as a child on your PS2, whatever. He's on Switch and everything. He's been on Nintendo consoles multiple times. Here he is. You know, it just seems so weird that he didn't get anything at all. Like, zero acknowledgement. And, you know, me personally, I wasn't necessarily rooting for him. You know, I don't care for Crash Bandicoot enough to have been like, no, we should have had Crash Bandicoot. No, I don't care. I'm just saying he was right up there with the platforms and stuff with Mario and whatever. He even rivaled Mario and Sonic at one point during, you know, the big, you know, the early days of gaming. So I was like, really? Like, no Crash at all? Like, even Rayman got acknowledged. Like, no Crash? Okay, y'all be easy. Y'all be easy. So, you know, rest in peace to anybody that wanted Crash. I'm sorry to you. I'm sorry to you. The other character that got surprisingly absolutely no representation that I'm more shocked about now than I would have been a couple years back is Master Chief. Okay, now as people said, you know, for a long time as a joke, you know, Master Chief, Minecraft Steve, things like that, you know, and you know, looking back on it, you know, younger me would have been like, Master Chief, no, he doesn't belong in Smash. Why would you add something like that to Smash? But here's my thing. I recognize Smash now more than ever as a celebration of gaming, as they put it. They can't have put it any better. Smash is a celebration of gaming, and they recognize icons and important characters to people's childhoods and current gaming, and what's made gaming important to us, you know? And as somebody that's recently played through all the Halo games and gotten a lot of history on Halo as of recently, I now understand more than ever that as far as the FPS genre goes, Master Chief is that dude. Like, don't talk to me about Black Ops, don't talk to me about Battlefield, don't talk to me about none of that. Master Chief is the best possible candidate for an FPS representative that they could have ever had. Easily, because they have made, Microsoft with Halo has made such a important series to the genre. They made the genre what it is today. A lot of what FPS games have nowadays, it's thanks to Halo. And I 100% respect and acknowledge that now, especially now that I've played the games. And playing through the games, I did kind of understand, like, oh, he would be sick as hell in Smash. He would be dope. And nothing. He would have been such a good third-party representative to represent the FPS genre, and they were just quiet on him. We got Doom Guy. We got Doom Slayer as a Mii fighter. At the very least, I kind of wanted a Mii fighter costume. I would have actually utilized the Mii Gunner more if we had Master Chief. I mean, I might check out Doom Slayers, but whatever the case may be, I'm appalled. I really am, because Master Chief was a very good candidate. A very good one for a very long time. Jokes, you can put all the jokes out there that you want, but Master Chief was a phenomenal candidate, and I'm shocked as hell that he didn't get it. You know? So, anyway, moving on here. Last two candidates I want to talk about are the ones that are actually in the game, but they are not really, you know, they're not, you know, starting with Isaac. My man was killed before we even got the game, bro. Isaac from Golden Sun was killed before we even got the game, bro. Now here's the thing. Any of the Golden Sun fans out there, I know it's quiet on your end, but I'm talking to you right now. I'm sure y'all had the exact same theory. If Isaac were to make it in, not only would he be a sick character, a phenomenal sword fighter, he's very unique, but maybe the series could finally get acknowledged again by people because they want to know who Isaac is. That's the Smash effect. It's always worked like that. And if we had the Smash effect on Isaac, Golden Sun might have had a true revive, and we would have had like another phenomenal ongoing Nintendo RPG potentially if they were to finally acknowledge this man. And I get it. I understand. There's a lot of games that I would really want like that. You know, The World Ends With You, sick ass RPG that's completely just underrated. Completely underrated. And I would love to have the Smash effect for that. Kingdom Hearts effect kind of had something, but not like Smash would have had. yeah, I was really shocked, and or not shocked, actually. I was heartbroken for y'all. Like, I saw hearts split in two when that man got revealed on that screen. I was like, oh no, bro. Rest in the finest. Rest in the absolute finest. That man got killed before he even had the chance. And it really sucks, because apparently Golden Sun, I think there's 2 games on the Game Boy. Apparently Golden Sun is a phenomenal little game, and I would love the chance to get into it, but it hasn't been acknowledged in literally like 2 decades. And so, you know, there's one, I mean, there's, you know, there is a way for me to get into it, but unfortunately it's not going to be the right way that I'm sure people would have liked for it to get, because it's the way that's not really going to help the series get recognized in any way, because Golden Sun it's stuck on the Game Boy, and it's not going to get any more recognition than a trophy in Smash. And unfortunately, trophies don't get utilized all that often, which is why, again, it kind of hurts. So, I'm really sorry about Isaac. I really am. And I really do hope that one day Nintendo actually looks back and sees, oh, you know what? There's awesome opportunity in Golden Sun. We can make this work. But until then, we have the Isaac trophy. That's probably the last time he's going to get acknowledged in a very long time. Tragedy. And so, the last character that I wanted to talk about, a character that I actually talked about, I did a video on this a while back on the primary channel, talking about why Mii Fighters hurt. Gino. Alright? Gino, this is the second time. Alright? Because I consider this the quote-unquote the ultimate shaft. Because we did receive Gino for a second time as a Mii Fighter costume. And it's tragic, because besides, if it wasn't Sora, it was Gino. If it wasn't Gino, it was Sora. Those two were always the top dogs, the 2 most requested characters. Actually, it was Gino, it was King K, it was Dante, it was Sora. It was a pretty big multitude of characters, but Gino was top 5. Always. People were begging for Gino for a long time. Super Mario RPG did not get the proper acknowledgement that it deserves, and I will die by that statement. Super Mario RPG is a phenomenal game, and it's a damn shame that it keeps getting ignored by Nintendo like it does. And so, you know, people have been asking for Gino since they met him in Smash. Okay, since they knew what Smash was, they were like, oh, Gino would be such a sick character. And the first time around, Sakurai was like, yeah, sorry, we can't do Gino. Ouch. Sorry, we can't do Gino this time. I didn't mean to smack y'all like that. We can't do Gino this time. Maybe some other day. Okay? So, please understand that we recognize this character, and, you know, we know that you guys want to play as this character, which is why we had to do it as a Mii Fighter this time around, because we can't really do more for you right now. And everybody's like, alright, fine, we understand, whatever. But he didn't even give a message like that the second time they revealed Gino as a Mii Fighter. They just dropped him. And that was it. Got completely kicked to the curb. Again. And that is probably one of the biggest downfalls I've ever seen of people asking for a character. That was rough. That was truly rough. And I'm so sorry for everybody that had their heart broken like that. Truly, I am. Because that is... If that's not a deconfirmation, I truly don't know what else is. So. But yeah. So, for the sake of time, that's gonna wrap up this one. Did I skip a character? Yeah, I did, but I don't care, because we have gone way over my time limit that I wanted to. So I'm gonna try and end things off right here. Now, there are characters I didn't even get to talk about yet. There's plenty of characters I'm willing to talk about, and I'm down to do so. I'm down to make a part 2. Y'all show some love for this. Give me like maybe 10 likes on this. We can make a part 2. Let's talk about some more characters that deserve to get acknowledged. Maybe you guys could tell me some of the characters you guys think should have gotten acknowledged, and we'll talk about that. We'll absolutely talk about that in another video. But as of right now, I gotta go. It's go time. So if you guys want a part 2, let me know. But with that, I'm out, show. I would like to thank you guys ever so much for watching. I truly do hope you enjoyed. Do me the greatest favor of dropping a like and a comment, and consider subscribing for more content just like this. And with that, I'm out. Thanks again. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Do me the greatest favor, taking good ass care, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!